Hey everyone, off the Mike Sports Network. Big news in the NFL today. The first big hire of the coaching cycle, and it's a big one. The Chicago Bears have hired Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator of the Detroit Lions. This is the move that had to be made. I was, starting to believe that Ben Johnson was actually going to buy into Tom Brady and what was going on with the Vegas Raiders and go there. And that would have made no sense for Ben Johnson's career to go into a division with Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and even Bo Nix, now starting with Sean Payton. So that was an interesting move. But for the Bears to pony up and do this for Caleb Williams, I've been saying it for weeks. If Caleb Williams had the support that Jaden Daniels had, Caleb Williams would probably be at the same level or even maybe able to surpass that. But the Bears did not have the support. They have players, but the infrastructure in there and them believing their head coach there, it was a disastrous season. So bringing in Ben Johnson, I understand the concern. Hey, first time head coach. He had some questionable play calls in that divisional round game, especially the wide receiver pass to Jamison Williams was really what effectively ended the game and any hope that the Lions had of winning that game. But there's a reason this guy has been a commodity for the last couple of seasons and why um, everybody wanted this guy. This guy's offensive mind is insane. Like he had a play call in this game where there was a pitch out and then a shovel pass, a pitch out to the running back Montgomery, and then a shovel pass to Amon-Ra St. Brett, I think it was. He's one of the few offensive minds. Sean McVay too. Like, listen, I think Jared Goff is fine, but they've made Jared Goff look like a Pro Bowl quarterback, and I've never really viewed him as like this elite level quarterback that he's turned out to be. And that's a credit to Sean McVay when he was with Jared Goff was with the Rams, and then now Ben Johnson with the Lions. So with the ability that the Bears are going to have to, and I don't know what their cap situation is. I'll have to look at that. Draft capital. They've got talented receivers. They've got a talented running back in DeAndre Swift. Their defense is really solid. I've already heard that Dennis Allen. Everybody doesn't like Dennis Allen as a head coach. He's a heck of a defensive mind. That'd be a great hire. Darren Rizzi, who did a great job as special teams coach and also as the interim head coach with the Saints, looks like he might be involved in this staff. That's going to be the next key for Ben Johnson is how is he going to structure this staff with the Bears? But if the Bears wanted any opportunity to even not waste a generational talent like Caleb Williams, they had to make this hire. The next best option to me was going to be Mike McCarthy because Mike McCarthy had the experience. I know a lot of people would be lukewarm because he only had the one Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers, flamed out many times in the playoffs with the Cowboys, and was ultimately let go. I would have been okay with that, but this is the best possible situation for Caleb Williams. And I think Caleb Williams is going to potentially be in a position to have a lot of success. I don't know if he'll ever be able to reach the levels that Jaden Daniels has, but like I said, it's all about what you build in for a rookie quarterback. And the reason why Jaden Daniels has been so successful is because Dan Quinn, Super Bowl level head coach. He coached in the Super Bowl. Cliff Kingsbury, phenomenal offensive game plan. He's got a bunch of skill position players, like an experienced player like an Austin Eckler. And they've got dudes on the defensive side. You bring Bobby Wagner. He's won a Super Bowl. Like, there's people there that know what they're doing. The Bears had no idea what they were doing this year. And yes, as talented as Caleb Williams is, they need to rein it in. And that's the reason why this whole thing failed. So I don't want people to get caught up in this whole thing. Oh, Jaden should have been taken number one overall. If he was nobody was going to succeed in this situation in Chicago. So because with the Eberflus thing and Matt Eberflus is a great defensive mind. He's not a head coach. He's just not. And so we'll see how Ben Johnson handles the day-to-day things. But this guy's a bright young mind. You needed an offensive guy to come in and change and really change everything with this team. It kind of goes against the grain for the Bears, who have been notoriously cheap. I don't know what the contract looks like, but Ben Johnson was asking for the world, and there was rumors that maybe he might come back. So this is a great day to be a Chicago Bears fan, in my opinion, and I think Ben Johnson can absolutely save Caleb Williams. He can save this Bears franchise and do really great things. It's all about now what resources are ownership. And if, Ryan Poles is going to, not get into the flashiness and we'll see if Ryan Poles even is able to stick around. Clearly, because he was able to land the plane here with Ben Johnson, it's going to give him some leeway. But if this doesn't work, like he has got to, support his head coach and support the staff to make sure that this rookie quarterback does not go by the wayside and they don't waste another cycle with, like I said, this is easily the most talented quarterback that they've ever had in the history of their franchise. So it's now all on the Bears organization. They got the coach. Now just don't fuck it up, okay? So we'll see where this goes, but I'm very optimistic. A big time deal for the Chicago Bears. And I think it was also a big time deal that the Lions actually lost that allowed this to actually happen quicker. Because who's to say that maybe they wouldn't have wanted to wait around if the Lions had continued to go on and maybe they hire Mike McCarthy. So the Lions losing actually really helped the situation too. Next on the board, Aaron Glenn. It seems like the Saints or the Jets are going to hire him. I don't understand it after what you saw on Saturday night. We'll see what the Cowboys do. Who's to say what the hell is going to go on there? But yeah, it's going to be an interesting coaching cycle with the big domino, Ben Johnson, falling off the board and going to Chicago. The Jags still have to hire a head coach. When you've got Tony Khan in your ownership, I really don't have a whole hell of a lot of optimism for considering how he runs a wrestling company. So that's neither here nor there. But hey, crossover. That's what this channel is all about. Crossover between sports and sports entertainment, pro wrestling, whatever. You get it all here on the Off the Mic Sports Network. And thanks for all the people who've subscribed. We're almost at 300. 300. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. We got a lot of great content continuing to come on the way here. Appreciate all the love and support. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.